Hey there people, I'm your friend the neighborhood Let's Player, and I want to welcome you back to Let's Play The Beast Within. As we left off, things happened. We talked and stuff. And we also saw the crime scene where we met our good friend Commissar Leber. I did already do a recording of this, but I totally got stuck in the game, so I had to look up a guide on what to do. Just a little bit of a hint on what I need to do here.
He's not listening.
I pretty much did everything I could, but I didn't realize that there was one thing that I was missing here. So let's see. There's no need to look at the books that we have in our inventory, because Gabriel pretty much doesn't care about these journals, and he would only just read the lycanthropy book just like Grace did. So it really depends on which one you want to do. Do you want Grace to read all these books out loud to you, or do you want Gabriel to do it? Well, not all of them. Grace will read pretty much all of them, but not Gabe. Gabe will only read some of them. So let's take the evidence analysis report and show that to Leber.
Commissar Leber, my name is Gabriel Knight. I need to discuss some evidence with you.
What do you want? I'm busy here.
I have some evidence here that contradicts your zoo wolves theory. I was wondering if maybe we could discuss it.
Look, I don't know who you are or what you think you're doing, but I don't have time for this.
Yes, sir.
Gotta love that American actor's accent of German. It's not that bad, but it's not great either. Yeah, he's an American actor. I know him from Sam Raimi's Darkman and a horror movie from the 70s where he plays the killer. That's pretty much all that I know him from right now. He's been in other stuff, but so he's an actor, but he's completely American. Don't know why they picked him for the role here, because everybody else who has been here acting are pretty much German, from originally German at least. But this guy, totally American, so so we have the news group here.
Looks like a television news crew.
So how about we show them the evidence analysis report, because we do contradict the killer wolf from the zoo theory quite a bit.
Are y'all with the news? I have some information you might find of interest.
You're an American.
That's right.
And you believe you have information about the mutilation killings?
I do have some information, yes ma'am. I was about to discuss it with the commissar over there, but he seems kind of busy. I thought I'd speak with y'all instead.
Nun gut, was soll's. Dreh schön, Dieter. Wir befinden uns am Tatort des bis jetzt letzten bizarren Todesfalles, der durch die Killerwölfe herbeigeführt wurde. Mit mir befindet sich ein Amerikaner, der offensichtlich wichtige Hinweise bezüglich dieses Mordfalles hat. You believe you have information about the wolf killing, sir?
Yes, I do. I was about to ask Commissar Leber over there some questions, such as why animal hair found at the crime scene is reddish-brown when the escaped zoo wolves were gray.
Fragt, wieso die Tierhaare am Tatort rötlich-braun sind, wie doch die entlaufenen Zuwölfe offensichtlich grau waren.
And how come paw prints found at the scene indicate an animal much larger than the zoo wolf species Canis lupus?
Und fragt, wieso die Pfotenabdrücke am Tatort viel größer sind als die der Zoowölfe. How did you get this information?
Well,
All right, you have my attention. Now, who are you?
I'm Gabriel Knight, the American novelist. I've been by your station to see you, but funny thing, they would not let me in.
All right. I'll see you at the station later, but only if you agree to get out of here and not talk to the boys.
You got it.
I wonder how Leber's gonna get out of that situation, because he clearly, on camera, assaulted a civilian. So how are you gonna get out of that mess? You gotta figure that out first before going back to the crime scene there, mister. I mean, seriously, he purely assaulted Gabriel right there, then and there. Well, at least we got his attention about these wolf killings, so maybe now we can go to the police station and talk with him about it. If not, then, I don't know, something's gone wrong. So let's see if he's going to be at the police station now. Hopefully. There we go. Much better. Now I can actually progress in the game and not have a boring video where I do nothing.
Kommen Sie herein.
Commissar Leber, so generous of you to see me.
Sit down. Mr. Knight.
Sit down. What, are you gonna pop him?
Now, you will tell me what you think you know about this case, yes?
How do you say, quid pro quo in German?
There is no translation.
Thanks so much for your time.
Sit down.
Another zit, huh?
What are you proposing exactly?
You want information? I want information. It's, kind of convenient that way.
I can't give you police information.
Why not? I'm not asking for anything confidential. Hell, I can't even read the damn newspapers around here. Press release stuff, that's all I want.
All right. But then it's your turn. Agreed?
I hear you.
Yeah, remember when I said that his accent is not the worst, but not the best either? It's a lot worse than I thought. I mean, no German says an S as a Z all the time. It's the TH that becomes a Z most of the time. It becomes like this, not like tiz. Yeah, your accent sucks, man. But let's talk to the man. Let's see what he's got as information for us. We got a lot of questions here, just as I thought it would be. A long video about conversation with the commissar.
How long have you been a commissar?
10 years.
All of them here in Munich?
Yes.
And a criminal commissar is like, what, a police detective in America?
Americans don't have so many ranks, I think. A German criminal commissar is, say, more like an English chief inspector.
Ah, P.D. James.
What?
Nothing.
Apparently our commissar is not very literal if he doesn't know who P.D. James is. It would have been better... Well, not really. Yeah. I thought that Gabriel would mention Sherlock Holmes, but he was only a consultative investigator. I really don't know any chief inspectors. Well, he could have mentioned from Sherlock Holmes Lestrade, but then again, I don't think Leber would have understood who that is either. He's just a cop. Doesn't know anything about, literature. He isn't into fiction, he is more into fact.
Tell me about the other victims.
What do you want to know?
Everything. From their birth dates, to their last names, to their where their birthmarks are, their mother's maiden names, and also what schools they went. Or maybe I'll just ask the 3 questions that are on the screen. Millions and millions of years ago, there were dinosaurs.
How many victims have there been?
5, including the one downtown.
Could there be bodies out there that you haven't found yet?
No. The killings have been done in broad daylight. Body parts left like a trail of Brotkümmel. Breadcrumbs?
Jack the Ripper Wolf.
Well, it sounds like a Jack the Ripper wolf. 5 victims so far. All mutilated. Although, if he would really be like Jack the Ripper, the killings would end right about now, right?
When were the other victims killed?
The first was 32 days ago.
2 days after the zoo wolves escaped. And the others?
The 2 teenage boys were killed 20 days ago. The Huber girl 6 days ago.
They're speeding up.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? They are speeding up. 32 days, then it was 12 days, then it was 14 days, and now it was just 5 days between the killings. At least it took a longer time between the Huber girl and the teenagers because he killed 2, and then just 1. So didn't need to kill that many in between the time, I think. I'm not sure if that's how werewolves really work. But I guess because they might be the person who is a werewolf might be getting more aggressive right now. So they have the urge to kill a lot more before they get used to being a werewolf.
What about the locations of the killings? Any pattern there?
You can see for yourself if you like. I have a marked map on the wall. Until last night, the killer always struck 30 to 40 minutes outside the city. The first was killed north of München near Esching. The 2 males were killed in Feldkirchen, that's east. Tony Huber was killed on her parents' farm just west of Lachem.
He said Lachem just like I did. Lachaim, almost. That's not how you pronounce it, though. I think it's supposed to be Lochem. Lochem? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know German that much.
What does forensics say about the killer?
That information is not for the press.
But the bite marks, saliva, you've seen the bodies, I haven't.
All I can say is, it is an animal.
Mind if I take a guess?
An ostrich.
Your boys in the lab say the bite marks are canine and are closer to wolf than to dog. But beyond that, they can't pin it down. Nothing like it on the records. Probably a weird hybrid. Yeah. That's what I thought.
That's what you thought because those are the same results that you got from the lab in the university. But I'm sure we will show this to Leber here.
Have you given any thought at all about the possibility of
What?
a werewolf? Never mind.
I have to say that was the most stupid question you could ever ask there, Gabe. But then again, I'm sure Leber would understand because you're just a writer, a novelist.
The killer isn't one of the zoo wolves, is it?
That is information the press does not have, Mr. Knight. I expect it to stay that way.
I understand.
As you pointed out so loudly at the crime scene, evidence on the killer does not match what we know of the zoo wolves.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts about that?
Either there is a mistake with the zoo records.
I think the zoo would know if they had a reddish-brown hybrid in the wolf kennel.
I didn't say it was likely. Another possibility is, of course, that another animal is responsible.
Wild?
Possibly. Maybe. A pet.
A pet? As in, maybe the reason you haven't been able to track the thing is that it's going into someone's home.
It's possible.
That's a very clever theory, if you ask me. It is possible that somebody would have a trained animal that they just send out to kill people whenever they want, just for sport. Yeah, makes sense to me. But then again, we know it's a werewolf. That's what we're chasing, not a pet.
You keep saying an animal. You found evidence of only one animal? One bite pattern, one saliva type?
Yes.
Yet 2 wolves escaped from the zoo.
As you say, the zoo wolves do not figure into this at all.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. No, I definitely would not say that.
Something on your mind there, Gabe? Would you tell us about it? Because I'm not sure what you're inclining to. Well, other than that the zoo wolves might not be as citizens as we think.
Tell me about the latest victim.
Male, 52, Grossberg was the name. He was a furrier. Ironic, isn't it?
A furrier. What an amazing coincidence.
I think furrier is one of those people who make furs, and not like a fursuit, not a furrier. Is one of those that make furs for elegant ladies to wear, you know, like shawls and those. I think that's what they are. I'm not too sure. I should look it up.
Have any theories about why the killer struck downtown this time?
No. Do you?
I read somewhere that wolves are clean animals. They don't kill close to their lair unless they're forced to.
But lair? What are you talking about?
Not sure, actually. Random thought.
That actually is a good thought, because that would contradict the theory of if somebody's pet is killing all these people. If they're close by to those killers, then that theory would go out the window, because if this is a real wolf, they wouldn't even get near the city. So it's kind of an odd thing to think about, that a wolf would be doing this, because wolves would never, ever take a step inside city borders, because they would be totally frightened about everything. They're a lot more home in the woods, after all.
Have you ever heard of anyone or anything called the Black Wolf?
The hair samples we have are all reddish-brown.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering if you'd heard of a black wolf in general.
Hold on. is this?
What?
Missing persons case. A runaway teenaged girl. It happened in 1989 in a town called Kirschel, in the Nationalpark Bayerischer Wald, Bavarian National Forest.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just thought I remembered something. It was a sad case, you know. She was very pretty. Ah, yes. Here it is.
What?
There was a supposed witness. An old lady who lived on the edge of town near the woods. She says she saw the girl go into the woods the night she disappeared. Says the wolf got her.
The wolf?
The old lady had been complaining for some time about a huge black wolf in the woods. But no one believed her. She was verrückt, crazy.
No one else ever saw the thing?
Hadn't been any wolves in those woods for 50 years.
So there was probably nothing to it.
That's what I thought at the time. Of course, that was years before this case. Never heard of wolf attacks back then.
So there is a connection of some sort. The plot thickens.
Do you get a lot of missing persons cases in Germany?
Oh, sure. Mostly teenagers, runaways. It gets worse all the time. Families are not like they used to be, yes?
Suppose not. That's all I wanted to know.
Good. We discuss you now, yes?
I guess.
You want to tell me, or do I have to ask?
I'm investigating the murder of Tony Yuba for her parents.
Why?
I'm an investigator. That's what I do.
You're an American PI?
You could say that.
And how did the Hubers end up hiring you?
Mutual friends?
I see. And this evidence you have?
A paw print and some hair samples from the Yuba farm. I spoke with some folks at the zoo as well.
All right, Mr. Knight. I don't know how the police deal with you in America, but in this country, we don't like civilian interference.
I understand.
If you hear something, you come to me. If you see something, you come to me. And under no circumstances are you to speak with the press. You do. And I'll have your passport.
Well, you wouldn't like it. It was a bad hair day.
I am quite serious.
I swear, not a word.
All right. I can't stop you from investigating. But stay out of our way.
Quiet as a shadow. That's me.
Gabriel Knight, the American Ninja. Now that I listened to this, I realized this is the same music that I had in the police station in Gabriel Knight 1. It's exactly the same music, just in a different kind of it's more of a marching tune.
This map, it marks the locations of all the wolf killings, right?
Yes. What?
The one last night, the one in the middle, doesn't really fit, does it?
It has to fit. It happened.
I suppose.
It really doesn't fit because everything else is almost outside of the city, but this is in smack dab middle of it. So it's kind of interesting.
Grossberg. Didn't Leber say that was the name of the guy who was killed last night?
Apparently, they put them right here. 185 centimeters tall, weight 125 kilograms, and there's the address, and there's the telephone number.
Grossberg. Didn't Leber say that was...
Anything else here we can look
I
at?
still say that one in the middle is different.
It is totally different.
I still say that one. Probably nothing of interest back there. Besides, I can't see past the commissar's big head. I don't have any more questions for the commissar. At least he's neater than Detective Mosley. I'm not sure why I'd want to show him that.
Well, that was what you wanted to do here. You ask questions for him first, and then he asks questions to you, and you also show him evidence or something. Well, we're done here.
I'm gonna take off.
Stay out of trouble.
Of course.
Don't you worry there, Commissar. Trouble always finds Gabriel. He doesn't find the trouble himself. So he'll stay out of it, I'm very sure of that. Yeah. How convincing is my German accent? Better than his? I am sure it is. And there's one more thing we can do here, which is sending a letter to Grace. Because Gabriel did get the idea of sending Grace on lots of checking out the castles and everything in the area, so she doesn't come here at all to bother Gabriel.
I'd better make sure Gracie keeps busy. Elsewhere.
I wonder if anybody's ever got a paper cut from licking the envelope. I almost did.
I was hoping for a Mercedes.
And at least I think I almost did at one point. Yeah, it was close. It was close that I got almost a paper cut on my tongue. That would have hurt like hell. Paper cuts are evil. Making our way downtown, moving fast, and going to the post office to send Grace letter. Oh, when the saints come marching in, that's the only song that I know how to play. That was the street performer there singing as well as playing. Not the best singer. Go on in, Gabriel. It's not gonna bite you. It's just the post office. See? That wasn't too bad, now was it? It wasn't really painful either.
That's taken care of.
Indeed. Now I wonder what I need to do next. We're gonna find that out next time. So I hope you all enjoyed the video and have a good evening, good morning, and a good afternoon, and good morning, and stuff. I messed up my outro. And I'll see you all next time. Take care, people. Bye.